It's good to be with you once again. We're trying to bring some lessons from the Bible about prayer. We said we're going to try to notice some things that can make a prayer effective, that can ensure that our prayers will reach God. But before we learn how to pray, we need to learn how not to pray. And I want to go back to Matthew chapter 6 and Jesus' Sermon on the Mount. And he began to teach us about, some of the things about praying and fasting and so forth and giving of our alms. And of course he told us here that, when you do your alms or your giving, don't do it with a show. He said even when you do your fasting, don't do it with an outward show. And he came to the subject of prayer. He said in verse 5, he said, "And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are. For they love to pray, standing in the synagogues and the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet, when thou shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret. And thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly." Now, the Lord here was not teaching against public prayer. He was not teaching against congregational prayer, where one leads and verbally prays. He wasn't teaching against praying out loud. What he was teaching against was praying to be seen. For he said in another place, he said they think they're going to be heard for their much speaking. I've heard some pretty eloquent prayers go up, as far as all the English words and the diction and the accents and so forth. I've heard some that were just astounding from the literary sense. But yet God's not impressed with that. And he tells us, when you pray, enter to your closet. Now that doesn't mean go in there where your clothes are hanging up. That means simply get off with you and God alone and talk to him. Jesus set a wonderful example for us. There was numerous times where he said that he just put distance between him and everyone else. And sometimes he spent it the whole night alone in prayer with his Father. So what not to do? Not to do is to pray for a show, or pray to be heard, or pray to impress people. But really just get alone with God and get with him and close everything and shut everything else out and just talk to God himself. Thank you.